Same thing out wide. Steve Rarity and Rastus. This boat is like a shot out of a cannon. If he can get a really good drop and get into turn number 1 as pole boat 4 and set the arc of the corner, he can put a lot of pressure on the boats to his inside.
Certainly would, and that's James Clark and Mark Ebenruder as they line up. Looks like a very even start here. We'll wait for our white flag to drop. And away we go. Oh, Rastus jumping out of the water here in pole 4. But it looks like James Clark and Mark Ebenruder. Ebenruder first into turn number 1. James Clark in P2 at the moment. Then we go back to Melodee having a great race with Rastus as they open up the throttles. It's Ebenruder from Clark, then Rastus and Melodee.
Ebenruder into turn number 2 now. He's got a good clean drop. Needed to do it out of pole number 1 because these grids will reverse. But he's looking very, very nice in the front. But there's an inside move now. So Clark has moved to the inside of his wash, looking for a tighter line in Tuff E Nuff. Boat out of pole number 2. Rastus now making ground and leaving Melodee in his wash. So he's on the hunt for the charge at the head of the pack into turn number 1 the second time.
Yeah, Rastus doing a great job in 3rd, and then Melodee, only 3 or 4 boat lengths behind, rounds out the field in turn number 4. But it is all Mark Ebenruder in Rootas. Nothing that James Clark can do about him at the moment. But don't write him off. I've seen Tuff E Nuff come from that far back before and take a win.
Now Ebenruder running a really tight line there. He saw the Rastus machine go to the inside. Sorry, Tuff E Nuff go to the inside, but here's a big charge. Yellow flag. Tuff E Nuff making ground. He's got numbers down the straight. He now leads Ebenruder into turn number 1 for the second time. To the outside is Tuff E Nuff. To the inside is Mark Ebenruder. This is absolutely on at the head of the fields. Do not blink. To the outside, the South Australia now. The blue machine has pulled away from Mark Ebenruder. Where has his pace come from?
Just kept his powder dry until that last rouse. There's James Clark in Tuff E Nuff, but Ebenruder starting to fight back now. We got checkered flag up, drag race for the line. It'll going to be James Clark in Tuff E Nuff from Mark Ebenruder. Then we go back to Rastus and Steve Rafferty, and Melodee rounds out our 4.
Wow, what a race.
Well, James Clark just keeping his powder dry there until 1 lap to go, and that's what happened. I've seen that happen previously before. He just seems to keep up with the leader and then applies the power and drives away, and took a fantastic victory for race number 1 in our 6 litre displacements, brought to you by Sundancer Homes.